Good evening. Just a wrap up of the City Council for the City of Grand Rapids for October 26, 2015. Under the consent agenda, just about 3 items there that I would like to touch on. One is Pam Sarvala from Merck came in and made a presentation to our police and fire departments in grants totaling $2,428 for new equipment out there that's going to help in the area of safety in both departments. So we would like to thank Pam for coming in, but we'd also like to thank Merck for their thoughtfulness in considering Grand Rapids on those grant requests. Second one is we accepted the summary of conclusions on our city administrator on the work that he's done so far this year. We met in closed session 2 weeks ago at our council meeting, and we reviewed the goals that we had set forth for Tom Pagel, and he's more than adequately meeting the expectations of the council. So we formally accepted the conclusions of the evaluations of performance to this point in time. Last thing is that former officer for the City of Grand Rapids, William Block, is going to be coming back, and he's going to be helping us as the community service officer trainer. He'll be working through personnel dynamics, but he'll be out there working with a new person, getting them up to speed in that department. On the regular agenda, our department head report this evening was in finance from Department Head Barb Baird. She touched on where we were financially, and we're in great shape from the standpoint of revenues versus expenses. I think we're expecting that short of we will probably have to subsidize a little bit more than we had anticipated at Central School. We had thought that we would have to give a subsidy from the city over across to Central School of about $5,500. We're not sure what it's going to be, but it's going to be north of the $5,500. All other departments are doing very well, and in fact our cash balance is more than 6 months revenue on hand, which you would typically have in order to pay your bills throughout the year, knowing that we get our LGA payments and some of the other our pilot and HRA payments only come in twice a year in July and December. You need to be able to make your fund payments and your authorizations throughout the year, so having a general fund balance of at least 6 months is very important out there. And I believe Council Member Zabinski asked, and ours is actually probably closer to a year's worth of funds out there on that side. Rob Matei was in under community development talking about some work we need to do from the standpoint of understanding what the soil quality is on Syndicate Park down in there because of different uses over the many years. So we have hired Braun Intertech to do a phase 1 and phase 2 environmental assessment on the former Public Works Syndicate Park site. We approved Leah Yellowbird on our Arts and Culture Commission, and we ratified unanimously support of the city through a resolution for Independent School District 318 for the bond referendum that's going to be coming up November 3rd or 4th. I can't remember what it was. We paid the bills, $531,000 plus for the 2-week period, and we hope to see everybody again in 2 weeks when we get into our November council meeting. Have a good evening, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.